So today I'll be talking about biodiesel. So introduction, biofuels are fuels made from renewable resources. They take the energy stored in autotrophs from photosynthesis and use it as a power source that would traditionally be used by fossil fuels. Excuse me. Biofuel is a green alternative towards traditional diesel. Diesel is an oil-based petroleum product used in compression ignition engines. Diesel is less refined than gasoline and traditionally based on oil found in reserves within the Earth's crust. Biodiesel uses oil from vegetables and animal fats. So where is biodiesel grown? So biodiesel is biodiesel can be grown anywhere. Instead of being based on refined oil pumped from beneath the Earth's surface, biodiesel utilizes cooking oils, vegetable oils, and animal fats. In a technical sense, biodiesel can be created from waste products within the home. However, most biodiesel utilizes oils from restaurants. Many restaurants have started storing their used cooking oils in giant tanks. Their contents are then collected and refined to create fuel. So biodiesel production, the process of converting fats and oils into biodiesel is known as transesterification. It's a funny word. During transesterification, oil and fat are introduced to a short grain alcohol and catalyst. So the reaction will approximately 100 pounds of oil and 10 pounds of alcohol produce 100 pounds of crude biodiesel and 10 pounds of glycerin. So that crude biodiesel is not safe to be burned in your truck yet. It has to be refined similarly to how traditional oil must be refined and cleaned before you can use it in a truck. So development status, only a handful of gas stations have biodiesel pumps. So, 80% or more biodiesel would be the blend. But it's more prevalent than you might think. Most blends of traditional diesel contain up to 5% biodiesel, with some commercial fleets having filling stations run up to 20%. Increased focus on biofuels within the last 10 years has led to a growth of the popularity of the fuel source, not food source, sorry. Incentives from state governments has led to many commercial fleets and school districts to make the switch to biodiesel. The internet has also contributed to biodiesel's popularity. Many rural influencers produce content teaching others how to store their cooking waste and make their own fuel on a small scale, as you can see on the diagram down there. Environmental impact of biodiesel. So when burnt inside an automobile engine, biodiesel produces the same amount of greenhouse gases as traditional diesel. What makes biodiesel a cleaner alternative is the process used to harvest the oil that makes the fuel. Oil from fossil fuels must be drilled out of the ground. This process is extremely intense and creates copious amounts of greenhouse gases. Biodiesel does not require any drilling to make. Waste products from restaurants are stored in vats and refined into biodiesel. So biodiesel publicity. So most of the efforts to make the public known and make biodiesel more popular come from government incentives. The most notable of which is the Renewable Fuel Standard Act, or the RFS Act. The act aims to reduce greenhouse emissions while simultaneously making the United States energy independent through the production of green oils. And then I have a table here showing what some of the targets are for the RFS Act. So analysis, that's recommendation. My research on the use of biodiesel leads me to believe that biodiesel is a much more viable source of energy than other forms of renewable energy, such as wind and solar. Solar energy is extremely inefficient. Thousands of acres of arable land in the United States are purchased every year to create solar farms, which decimate the local environment around them. And when they deteriorate, they can actually leak harmful substances into the soil. Biodiesel is a practical alternative as our society already relies on combustion ignition engines. Everything from cargo ships to hospital generators run on diesel. Diesel engines can run on biodiesel with no modification. Waste from restaurants and homes can be refined in facilities that once refined petroleum-based products. And so we're not killing an industry. We're simply transitioning it from a fossil-based product to a biofuel-based product. So plan for infrastructure if money was not an object. If money was not an object, I feel government agencies should invest more in biodiesel than other forms of energy. Facilities that rely on backup generators, such as hospitals, should receive money incentives to go to biodiesel and install biodiesel tanks. Master plan communities should be able to have designed a public grease collection system designed in a similar manner as a city water or drainage network that can be used to create biodiesel and run city vehicles. And then here are my references. Thank you.